Cuts could be looming at struggling social network MySpace. There are reports that the News Corp-owned site may have to lay off more than 1,000 employees in the United States and overseas. That's about 50% of its workforce. Nearly the entire staff is off this week in order to save the business money. Facebook, meanwhile, dealing another blow to internet titan Google. According to internet tracker Experian, Facebook surpassed Google to be the most visited website for most of 2010. What does that mean for Google? What does it mean for Facebook? Joining us more for a rematch is John Rettinger, Director-in-Chief of Techno Buffalo, and Andrew Cedertel, who's Director of Geekosystem.com. Welcome to you both, gentlemen. John, how serious is this if there are now more people, more Americans logging on to Facebook than Google?
Oh, this is tremendously serious. This is the first time in about 6-year history of Facebook that Facebook has surpassed Google, amounting to 8.9% of all U.S. traffic. There's no doubt these two companies are clearly headed for a collision course. Facebook controls the social media arm of the web, and Google controls the rest. Google sort of dabbled in the social media realm in the past and failed miserably, referencing something like Google Wave, which was dubbed by Google as Email 2.0. And to quote them, a radically different step in communication. They've also failed with a product called Google Buzz, which is still in existence right now, but was plagued with privacy issues from the start. It's really failed to see any sort of massive adoption. Facebook, on the other hand, is really putting a solid push into the search engines, really bread and butter with Facebook Questions, which was launched in beta in earlier July.
Andrew, do you agree?
Look, internet businesses are an area where quality of traffic is much more important than quantity. It's true that Facebook is now more popular in terms of the number of people visiting it than Google is, but if someone spends an hour on Google searching for a new dishwasher, that's very, very valuable to Google. If someone spends an hour on Facebook looking at pictures of their friends' vacations, that is not very valuable to Facebook.
The thing is, Andrew, the perception may well be that the rest of the industry is innovating. I'm thinking of Groupon in particular, in terms of solid sales on the streets, you know, doing local deals, and indeed Facebook, with the way that it is now being able to leverage that vast audience that it has around the world, let us not forget. The perception is that the others are innovating faster than Google. Would you accept that?
I think that's a very strong misperception. I think that Google has shown that it's definitely able to buy up companies like YouTube and Rightly and turn them into products like Google Video and Google Docs, things that drive traffic and things that could become core revenue generators in the future. In contrast, yes, Facebook has launched Facebook Questions. Yes, it's launched a new messaging service. But when it buys companies like, say, Hot Potato or Dropio, they're hood ornaments. They don't add to Facebook's core business of advertising-driven revenue.
John, those are very strong words.
Absolutely. Now, if I can interject, as Andrew's referencing, people looking at their friends' pictures on Facebook, they're also looking at vast advertising that's populating the site. So I think that's a vast misconception, a misrepresentation to say that traffic doesn't matter. That traffic is the bread and butter of a company like Facebook. And if you look at, for every successful Google innovation, there's an equally unsuccessful innovation. You only get a certain amount of popular goodwill. Google's forays into social media, such as Google Wave and Google Buzz, have been met with great resistance from the population. And Facebook still has a trump card left to play should it need to. They acquired 18 patents from Friendster earlier in the year for about $40 million, which covers really a broad breadth of social media, anything from making connections on social media sites to using a branch to make connections with other friends. And they really do have that trump card to play when it comes to patents, should that be necessary.
We have to leave it there, gentlemen. We're out of time, but it's a fascinating discussion in an industry that just gets more and more interesting and intricate each year. Thank you very much. All the best for 2011. John there and Andrew, thank you.
Thanks, Evan.